Welcome everybody to my hometown, our Boomtown, with me, Good Time Tommy, hashtag GTT. I feel like it's been a while since we've been back in studio. I've got my right-hand man in here with me today, Mr. Brandon Ray. Let's give it up for Brandon Ray, folks. And I've got my kid, as always, Mr. Sean White, on set with me. I hope everybody's getting ready for the good time of the year. My favorite time of the year is spring/summer. I go to the beach as often as I can. I love the warm weather, and I love getting ready for college football season. Go Irish. Now I gotta say, go Vols. If anyone out there that's watching this, if you don't know me, my name is Tommy Davidson. I'm a local real estate agent in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I have a monthly show where I bring on people that are people of interest. There's some type of entrepreneur. I try to highlight them and give my audience, whoever's watching this, a unique opportunity to find out who they are, what they do, what makes them special. Today we're bringing in the boys from Woods Viking. Brandon, you got a beard. Do you need any type of product? Do you need anything to help you?
Oh yeah.
Well, they're going to be here. We're going to learn a lot about what they're doing, because I thought they only dealt with beards, but now I'm finding out they're getting into men's fragrance. They're getting into a lot of different things that are for the man like yourself. What are you wearing today? You look a little hipsterish. Is that what you are?
Yeah.
Are you a hipster?
I guess so.
And my buddy Sean White, he's got a Good Time Tommy shirt on. If anybody out there wants a Good Time Tommy shirt, you need to contact me. All my information will be right here, right? My email address is very simple. It's tommy@johncjones.com. But we're coming up with some new shirts right in time for summer. They're going to be called, what are they called? The Bro Tanks, or what are they?
Bro Tanks.
The Bro Tanks. So the old school muscle shirt with a picture of me, GTT, and GTT on the side over here. So if anyone's looking for these shirts, I give them out to people. I don't charge you. They're free. I do want to get a chance to know who you are, because my goal is to get to know 130,000 people in this town. And as the town grows, I'm going to want to know more people. So we're wrapping up segment one. Brandon, is there anything you'd like to add?
That's it.
You ain't got nothing? You over there eating that sandwich?
Yeah, Jimmy John's. Shout out.
Gonna give a shout out for Jimmy John's. Brandon Ray's eating. What are you doing over there, Sean?
No, I'm making a logo.
Sean's making a logo. Hopefully he's doing something to help me get more attention. So, guys, when we come back, I'm going to bring my boys in from Woods Viking. We're going to talk about what's going on in their life, how they started, what they did up until this point. I think you're going to really like their story. And please share this. I want to help them get a chance to have a viral effect, and everybody in our town needs to know who these people are, because they're really making a difference in our community. So please share this with your friends. If you're watching it on Facebook, please share it. I'm asking you, please share it on your page, because you're going to help them out. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to my hometown, our Boomtown, with GTT. That's me. And I've got these huge men beside me. I mean, how tall are y'all? Look how small I look over here.
About 7 foot on a good day.
About 7. So Woods Viking men are big. I don't know if you can tell that or not. But in a serious note, I want to thank my buddies for coming on here. Woods Viking, Aaron and Sean. Introduce yourselves. How do we know how to find you if we're looking for you?
My name's Aaron Dabney. I'm one of the owners of Woods Viking with Sean over here. He's playing a little Chris Stapleton over here on his phone.
Turn it up.
Turn it up, man. So soundtrack. That's a Woods Viking soundtrack.
Is that a Woods Viking?
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, how can people find you on social media? I want to make sure I get that out there, because a lot of times whenever I'm watching somebody, I want to know how to find them. So I know you're on Facebook. Tell us about just your personal stuff.
Woods Viking Products on Facebook. Woods Viking Products on Instagram. WoodsViking.com is our actual website, where you actually go in there and see what we're all about. Read our story, a little bit about me and Sean over here. We started out as barbers in the Murfreesboro area, and basically work at a shop downtown Murfreesboro called Shave Barber Lounge, 130 North Church Street here in the borough. Wonderful place. mom and pop type shop. It's all local feel that everybody likes. In a small downtown area. So we couldn't do what we're doing without Joey Coriano and the staff that's working over there at Shea Barber Lounge. So that's where we're at each day in and day out as barbers cutting hair. And we started this little company up about 2 years ago, the end of 2014. Saw a need for beard products in the community.
Man, they've gotten so popular.
Yeah.
They make me look old. See, when you get old like me, you'll start having gray in there. So, Sean, how can people find you?
You can find us on, we have a www.woodsviking.com. Go on there. We have an online store on there. You can do some shopping and read about us. You can find us on Amazon, on Etsy. You can also find us at the Shea Barber Lounge on the square.
Now, do y'all have a Facebook page for Woods Viking?
We do.
Absolutely.
What was it? Did you say that
Woods
already?
Viking products. Yep.
Woods Viking product. Okay. So what I want to do is kind of get into the backstory about where you were before you got into this. You were barbers. So you're not from here. I forgot where you said you're from.
I am from McMinnville.
McMinnville, the nursery capital of the world.
Yes.
So let's do a brief story on each other about what brought you to Murfreesboro, each of you, and then we're going to get into when you became like actual barbers.
Go ahead, buddy.
Well, me, I just I fell into it 13 years ago in McMinnville, but knew I wanted to work in Murfreesboro. So I immediately after getting my license, I come straight and started working in Murfreesboro. I've been here for 13 years.
Were you
now.
cutting hair in McMinnville?
No. I've only cut hair here in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
And drove back and forth for about 4 years, and then made the move and been here probably the last 8 years.
Okay.
8 to 10 years I've been here. Yes.
So you're a McMinnville boy.
Yes, born and raised. Well, around the outside of McMinnville, Short Mountain, Woodbury. So,
Ooh, Charles Manson. He might be watching this. Is he still alive?
Charles Manson.
Yes.
Locked up somewhere. I think
he is still alive. So you moved here from Iowa.
Yeah, baby.
So how long have you been here?
About 12 years.
12 years.
I'd say, yeah, around about. Yeah. Moved down here, get away from all that snow they got up there. It's craziness.
Isn't
up
that
there.
bad football? I'm just kidding.
Come on, man.
Just kidding.
Wrestling. We always fall back on wrestling.
Do you and Sean ever wrestle?
Just
You
when
ever done
nobody's
that?
looking.
Yeah.
Like in Brokeback
It's on
Mountain?
TV, dude. They're hearing it.
So tell us, I've known you for a long time, and so you got into cutting hair, barber, whatever you want to call it. How long ago?
About 4 to 5 years ago.
4 to 5 years ago.
Yep. Went through a job loss. At the time, I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Had a few things going, but nothing was sticking. Had a good supportive wife that said, "Get your butt into barber school."
Teacher of the
And,
year. Wasn't she
Mrs.
sometime?
Dabney at Blackman High School. That's my wife. Great teacher.
But
Over there.
didn't she win some award?
Yeah, teacher of the. I think it was teacher of the month.
Teacher of the
That for
month.
Rutherford
Okay,
County?
I'm stretching a little bit. Teacher of the
Well,
teacher of the
you
month.
could stretch it out. She'd like that.
Okay, well, teacher of the year, Holly Dabney.
She makes me look good. I definitely married up.
So, when you guys first started cutting hair, this really wasn't even thought of getting into doing something like this. So how did this come about? How did you guys get together and say, this is a need we need to fill for people?
We had a ton of bearded guys come in, and then of course we always did the nice edge ups in the big beard trims, and they would always ask us about where we get these products, where we get beard oil at, what is beard oil, what is beard balm, and I told Aaron, I came to him and I said, hey man, we got a big need here. We need to see about contacting these companies and get them to send us some product and stuff like that. So we ventured out and sampled some products, but we really wanted to put our own. Being a barber, being in the barber for a while, you get to know the hair and skin very well, and you know what's good for the hair and skin. So we came up with our own ingredients that best fits hair and skin to the max.
Now, how did you learn to make this product? And because I do think it's a natural, it's a very healthy,
Right.
All
very
natural.
healthy stuff. Can I put some on right?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Y'all have to
Just did some research. Did the research. Of course, got it on social, not on social media, but on online, and just found out what some people put and how it's created. But then we went into depth of finding, and each ingredient it is made for a purpose for your face.
So y'all were making this together. Were you,
Yes.
Just you two? Did y'all have on like your? I'm thinking of Breaking Bad. You got your big outfits on and
Everything but the drugs.
I mean, were you really like in suits or anything? Were you in a big pot? I mean, how?
There may have been
what was
some
it?
oil flying, maybe some stained curtains in the kitchen or somewhere. But yeah, we got together in my kitchen one Sunday afternoon after church.
Our
Actually,
families, yeah.
our wife and kids were outside playing with the kids, and we were in the kitchen pouring and experimenting with some different things. And these two right here, the Gentlemen of the Woods, are the first two oils that we produced in our kitchen. So everything else we've added to, but those are our signatures right there. So.
Well, who are like your first experiments? Who started using the products first? Did y'all start putting it on people?
I did, definitely.
Yeah.
And then some of the ingredients are in there because of the way I use on my beard. You know, what I'd like to do. You know, I have to use heat on mine because I go in the barber shop and needed to look presentable and have a nice, neat beard. But we brought it out and just kind of started using it on guys. And then we had little $5 samples. Hey, try this, try this. Here's a beard oil we did. And then we got into we made a label. And
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, like Sean was saying earlier, we're barbers, so we know what's
Yeah.
good for the hair and the skin. With that being said, we've got clientele that in and out of the shop that need what we have, and we can try it on them. Hey, man, what do you think about this? What do you think about the smell? You know, I want to see what people want.
Yes.
You know, and that's the thing with our clients. It's almost like, you know, here's your test. Your test product right there. So it's worked out good.
Everything out here we have before we have put a label on it. It's been in somebody's face before. This is the underground. This is the new stuff. Try this.
So
try
how
this.
long
Yeah.
ago were y'all cooking in the kitchen? How long ago were y'all doing that?
Oh man,
A year ago,
yeah,
a full year.
full year, yeah.
Just a full year.
Full year.
So-
We found a manufacturer, and now we luxury not making it anymore. But
Okay, so whenever y'all started, let's say roughly 1 year ago, did you have any idea of where you would be? When did y'all start a business? We're gonna get into all that a little bit later, but did you have any type of a indication, or were you even thinking at this time, you know, this could become like a real legitimate brand, or were you doing it just to kind of help the people in the shop?
I think once we got the brand, which our logo, I mean, you can't help but think that's cool. You know, I mean, I'd like that if I wasn't into this at all. I mean,
Man,
it's just
that is a cool.
So my brother-in-law, he's a graphic designer out in Denver, Colorado, and we just went back and forth with ideas. So you got the brand. I think for me personally, I mean, you got product that works real well, but if you got something out that you can take out there, I mean, this kind of crosses all barriers. You got motorcycle guys wearing it.
Oh,
you
yeah, you got
You
this.
got gym guys wearing it.
Oh,
Look at
Oh.
them guns, flex,
big.
Sean.
You got guys that get his tattoos now. I mean,
Dude,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
man.
It's really taking
Man,
off.
when did you get that tattoo?
Oh, not too long ago.
So you're creating a real brand. See,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
doing
it.
something like this. Good Time Tommy. I don't know
right.
if you people know that.
Hashtag
Good Time Tommy. Who's making your shirts?
There's actually a local guy named Jay Romero. His father-in-law had a business out of Atlanta, so he recently took over this area right here, and he makes them for us. But the actual designs, we work with different people. Like a lot of my passions are music, and you know, like back in the day we had CDs. Those
He's
little
an old
round
bass
things,
player. Bass player.
washed up. But you know, a lot of the art and everything else like that we're doing. It's fun because you get a chance to get different people involved. Like tattoo artists, I like tattoos as well, as obviously Sean does. So there's a lot of things that we're using in the community. Different people that have different gifts to utilize their talents and pour into what we're doing, and try to keep that whole local thing going, you know, as well. So.
But before I move on, I do want to. You did mention this, but you guys both really speak highly of the guy from Shave that's
Joey?
helped you.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to make sure that was pointed out how appreciative you guys are
Thank you.
about what you say about him. Is there anybody else that was very inspirational in the beginning to help you guys get up to where you were going, where you were actually a legitimate little operation? Was there anybody you'd like to give thanks to?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the first spots in Murfreesboro, Liquid Smoke, and Humidor, the cigar store in Murfreesboro
Absolutely,
downtown.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike over there, he's actually kitty corner from our barbershop. But yeah, he was one of the first guys to put it in his store. You know, guys with cigars, they usually have beards for some reason. I don't know if it's to track the smoke, they can smell it all day long, but you know, they needed stuff for their beards, so he actually has one of these little displays right here when you go into Humidor as well. So he's one of the first guys, and since then, we've got other barbershops, we've got it in barbershops in Smyrna, Lebanon, Henderson.
Well, we're gonna get into
all
that in the
stuff.
last
So,
segment.
a lot of
so-
people get involved. It's a lot of names.
So is there anything we left off about the beginning of Woods Viking in this opening segment? Because I'm going to do a few of them with you. But was there anyone or anything that we left off that was like a catalyst in the early stages of this?
I can think of more than what we said.
Well,
where the name Woods Viking came from, it's
There you go.
they called me a guy named Matthew Odell. He owned the Reveille Joe Coffee Shop on the square. He called me the Viking. He had everybody call me the Viking. Oh, hey, look, there's the Viking. And me and my wife was sitting down one day, and I'm a huge outdoorsman. And she said, "Well, and I told her about Viking, and she came up with the Woods Viking. So that's a pretty little neat story how that came up.
when did that name? How old is this name?
From the beginning. Very beginning.
Was that from a year ago or
2 years?
2 years ago so it's when it started. Okay, we're going to shut it down. We do have an audience on Periscope. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, we actually had a question online. Matt wants to know if you have any products for like sensitive skin, razor burn.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. It's all for sensitive skin. Our main ingredient is coconut oil. Oh, sorry. It is the only oil that penetrates the hair shaft completely through. We also have argan in there for protection. Vitamin E is great for your skin, and that's in all the oils we use already.
Tea tree oil.
Tea tree oil helps with any kind of imperfections of the skin, and we also in our balms we have natural shea butter, natural beeswax. So everything we have is organic, no chemicals, and it is amazing for the skin.
Even our shave products, we released those about November, right before Christmas.
Yeah.
We released the shaving products. So we have an actual soap that you can lather, pre-shave and after shave, and all this is low in alcohol. So we cut ours a little bit different where there's less alcohol, because the alcohol is going to dry you out and it's going to take the moisture away from the skin. So everything, the coconut oil is one of the main things that Sean and I notice. That is a huge difference that sets us apart, I feel like, in other
Coconut
companies.
oil, that is the big buzzword right now.
That
coconut
is.
oil.
You can use this if we put beard oil in here because it's amazing for your beard. It even has biotin, so it helps promote hair growth. But you can call it skin oil. Women use it in their hair, or you can use it on your skin, calluses, anything, and it will heal skin completely.
Okay. Well, we're going to wrap up this segment. We'll be right back after a short break. We got to pay for this show. We got so many sponsors out there that are wanting to get their name plugged. We'll be right back, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to Act 3 with the Hells Angels here. We're all up here. I don't look like them, but I normally wear one of those Woods Viking shirts. I got a beard. I'll wear a fake beard, a little mustache. But I don't know how many of you people have ever wanted to start a business. It's easy to come up with these concepts. I'm talking about it all the time. The hard part is taking your concept where it's got feet on it and it starts making money. So what I want to ask these guys is, when did you realize you may have something here that could be a legitimate business opportunity?
Well, I think the biggest thing, like going back to the barber shop at Shave Barber Lounge, where we're located, we built out a corner of that shop. That's probably when we really...
No, we started in the boat.
Yeah. We had a little wall hanging that was like the shape of a boat, and it literally was probably about that long.
Yeah.
And we started putting product on it, because before we just kind of had it behind our stations. We'd show people. And then we had a client come in, and he does a little bit of woodworking, and he asked if he could build us a shelf. So he said, yeah, that'd be cool. Not much thought of it. Well, he brought the shelf in. It didn't fit where we wanted it, but it fit perfectly in this back corner of Shave Barber Lounge. And from that point forward, I feel like once we put that shelf in, almost like the Field of Dreams, Iowa plug.
Yeah.
You know, if you build it, they will come. You know, we started seeing heavy traffic. This last Christmas, a lot of holiday gifts were bought. I think that was a big break for us. Was probably that last November, December, you think? We really started seeing a big push in sales. But Shave Barber Lounge is the biggest contributor to get us off the ground.
Now, this guy that built the boat, or whatever we're calling it,
The
the
Woods Viking Nook shelf.
Dude, we need a big boat. We need somebody to build us a big boat out there at the Woods Viking. So was this guy, was he a product client or was he a hair client?
Hair client, man.
Hair client.
I think I had trimmed his beard once before, but then he shaved it or something at one
But-
point. But yeah.
I mean, did he ask to do this, or did y'all pay him to do it, or?
We ended up giving him some money for it.
But he,
Yeah.
I mean, but he just liked y'all
Mm-hmm.
and wanted to help you out.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of like a little grassroots where you're just out there, you're working people that you knew.
Yeah.
So what was the next step? Because you guys are kind of taking off, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But what was your next step after working within Shave Barber Lounge? How did you start to grow outside of that?
Say website.
Well, website. Did great on word of mouth. Referrals too. Referrals has got us a long way. Being in that barbershop and having the clientele we have.
You know a lot of people when you cut hair.
You do.
And they know people, and they know people.
Once you give a bearded guy a great product and he sees, man, this works for me, he's gonna tell his bearded buddy.
And the wife sees it works.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a big thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it definitely started. In the shop, we started doing a few things. And once we just got the product in the hands, it actually
Sold itself?
Sold itself. You know what I mean? That's really how it happened.
Yeah.
And of course, as we've been selling the product, we've been taking all profits and just turning around and just really flipping it, putting money back in it. We, for the last 2 years, everything you see, it's been results of products sold. You know what I mean? And the way the business has grown, from all the shirts to everything we have, we've just been turning it over.
So I mean, it's really cool.
Turn and
For
burn.
this really resonates with me because I'm trying to build my own brand, Good Time Tommy, and obviously you got to have a lot of passion. You can't really worry what people say about it. So what kind of people were you attracting? Obviously they had beards, but there's something that to get so many people that are wanting to help you, there's something that they see special with what you're doing. Did you guys have any kind of a core belief together, what you were trying to attract, or was there any type of a strategy, or is it just the people how did they just like you? And the reason why I'm asking, I don't want you to think I'm some lunatic, but also want to help people understand what it takes to grow what you guys are doing, an engaged following. You guys are getting engaged followers involved. So is there anything you can point to that you think is leading to that?
I think the passion for barbering, for me personally, and I know Sean as well, that right there is just, given what we've been blessed with our barbering careers, being able to support our families and do what we love and hang out in a place that we feel like a group of buddies. We can just kind of, cut hair with on a day-to-day basis. They believe in it. And then I think it's just that from there, it's a passion. We're both men of faith, so I feel like if you're, and not even just for the thing of faith, but if you're sowing back into a community good things, I feel like there's good things that'll come back at you. And I feel like, there's a faith, there's, God's really been a part of that for us. We're trying to do some cool things right now on that end that we'll probably talk about a little bit later. Just doors that are opening through just stepping out on faith and saying, okay, let's put this out there. We believe in it. We know it works.
Man,
And
we
then
could get a
from there-
picture of Jesus with a Woods Viking shirt on. That'd be pretty cool.
Tell you
right
what,
there.
man, something that could be an idea. That could be
Am I
an
allowed
idea.
to say that? I'm a guy fake too.
Accuracy.
So let's talk about, we're growing now. We're growing outside of shave. Did you guys start going to other barbershops? How tell us about the growth phase. What the first steps were? How did we get out of obscurity outside of shave? How did it get bigger?
We actually got the guy that we have a manufacturer that makes it. We teamed up with a friend of ours that did some labeling work for us. So we kind of got that team together. We got a guy that did our website. We got that going. We got a gentleman, one of my customers that takes over Amazon and Etsy orders. So we kind of got those things plugged in, and then once we got everything plugged in, man, we just started moving with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think with everybody that's been involved, they see it as a grassroots thing. So they're not coming in saying, "Oh, I need a bunch of money to do your design. I need a bunch of money to make the products." We talked about money and what that looks like to people that were involved. We want to make sure we're compensating people. But at the end of the day, I think everybody that's involved sees the big picture, and that's potentially to do some really big things with it. So everybody that's been around to this point, no one's really asking for much. It's just, enough to get us going and keep us going to that next level, and that's been really cool. You know.
So tell us this:
Keep the
in
cost.
the last 6 months, what type of growth have you guys seen? And then the fun thing is, tell me what's coming up on the horizon. Tell us how that's looking.
We first started manufacturing with the husband and wife that manufacture for us now. We went from putting in 15 bottles a week to around the holidays. I mean, it was like an order of
But I did one today over 100 units today.
100 units. Yeah.
Just-
So you get
Just the shop sale. So.
yeah. So I mean, you got units being pushed in the hundreds versus
Wow.
that first 5 to 10 bottles a week when we first started a little
Now,
while
are
ago.
these
So
people that are online, or how are you finding these? How are they finding you guys?
word of mouth, but a little bit of just other barbershops, other local businesses that
Right.
support the whole local
Social media is
following.
huge. Social media is very huge for us.
We sent out samples to France a couple weeks
Their
ago.
women over there probably need this.
Probably needs it. Yeah. Very well could be. It was a guy that time though, but yeah, maybe it was for his girlfriend. But yeah, man. And then we had an order that shipped out to Alaska. Was that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
So it's just, I think social media is huge. Instagram, hashtag stuff like the hashtag Tommy or Good Time Tommy.
GTT.
I'm sorry, I messed it up. I missed the GT. I'm sorry.
That's very important.
Good Time Tommy. But yeah, the hashtag stuff, my wife always made fun of me when I first started doing it, but I was like, as you saw the following grow
Yes,
because of the
yes,
hashtag,
that's-
people finally understand that there's a lot to be said about that. And that's still
Yes.
something that we're wanting to pump things into, like, you can purchase a little bit extra to get your stuff going on Facebook more or get your website bumped up. So those are things that we're wanting to do. That's kind of in the next phase of getting it out there.
So when we first started out, we were really 100% within shave. Now we've got shave. You've got, if we were to say outside of shave, if it was at one time 100% of your business, what would you say that percentage looks like now? You've outgrown shave. Not that you're leaving there, I'm not saying that, but you've grown from here to other little profit centers and even the internet. Would you say is shave still 80% of the business, 40%, 50%?
Still, shave is still the highest of what we got going on.
Yeah.
Of course, Amazon does pretty good. We got like Etsy. We just started that. That's starting to do good.
Some website
we
sales.
really want to push our online stuff.
Okay,
That's-
so our growth is in the online because it's a lot funner if you could sell something without having to go over there and talk. I mean, just like a Walmart where you put your product and there's so
Yeah.
many people buying.
Well, just get it
So-
out there. You just got to get people to see it. You know what I mean? That's the thing, to see it, put their hands on it, because a lot of guys with beards, they want to try other stuff. They see the Viking, oh, that looks cool. Let me try that.
Yeah.
So the more that we get this face out there, and the more we let people see it, the more business we'll take.
So does that help this right here?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. It's I get people that come up and say, "Hey man, I was out in Nashville tonight at wherever, and I saw your shirt out
Really?
there."
Getting
Yeah,
shares
so, I mean,
from Times Square, guy wearing a shirt in Times Square,
People
New
that-
York.
People that take trips places, they'll do a Woods Viking picture wherever they're at.
I'm a huge into social media, and I think a great idea would be if whoever's watching this show, if you wanted to post an idea, I think it's a great idea to get people in different areas, post a picture. Maybe you could, I don't know if you could give them a discount or send them something, but I'm a big believer in getting attention. The more attention you get,
Oh, yeah.
I think the more success you're going to have. So as we're growing these other little areas of Woods Viking, what is coming up? Is there anything new going on that's really going to help you
Yeah, got
guys?
some big things going.
Oh, is it top
Yeah.
secret information?
It's
Or-
some good things.
No, it's kind of fun about that. We had a phone call come on the way in over here today, and we had.
Was it about this show, you think?
Well, it was part of it. Yeah, they were. Yeah, I had asked permission to speak about it. So yeah, I did plug Good Time Tommy today.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
So anyway, we were talking to one of my clients. This goes back to the barbershop connection. One of my clients is a manager. He's from Street Smart Management out of Nashville. He's moved here from L.A. because he was tired of dealing with all the craziness out there. So he moved his business. He manages bands, and he moved his business there just to be part of the upcoming Nashville, Middle Tennessee thing that's going on right now. And it's people here a lot easier to deal with from what he's saying as well. But anyway, he started coming to the barbershop. I started cutting his hair. Turns out he manages a band called 10 Years. They're a rock band. They've been around for a while. They tour with a lot of big name bands that are out there. They're going on a summer tour this summer, and he confronted me about a month ago about trying to get the Woods Viking logo out there, just because that's what he does. He manages, he promotes, he does all these things, and they're getting ready to go out on a tour, the band 10 Years, and they've got a big black tour bus that's like a 12 sleeper or something like that, and that they're going to take out on the road with them this summer. And he was saying, "What would you guys think about putting your logo on the side of the bus?" So we.
Could you get my logo on there with it? That's one of the things I want to do is get mine on there.
Well, I got an opportunity for you here in a second.
Yeah, we're gonna try, and as these things grow for us, we're gonna try to bring people on board.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one. That's kind of a big deal. That's. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm a big rock fan, so it's almost like a kid, like a giddy as a little kid on Christmas right now, just because it's gonna be on that's gonna be on the face of a bus that's gonna be with bands that I've loved since I was a kid.
Oh, do you know who some of the bands?
Alice in Chains. Some of you guys probably heard some of the bands like that.
Yeah.
Seven Dust. They're actually from Atlanta, Georgia. Some other big.
Will
names
you ever
there.
go to any of these venues and
I'm
say,
gonna-
"Hey, that's us right there"?
Yeah, if they get close enough and I can get away from the three kids and make it happen, I'll do it. But yeah, man, that's one of those things that we're excited about that. With the band 10 Years, they're going to actually come to the barbershop in a couple weeks before they head out on their tour, and they're going to come do a photo shoot with us. We're going to give them a bunch of merchandise, and we're going to be selling their merchandise at their show.
So all this happened because you formed one relationship.
Yep.
Relationships. When
That's it.
people
It
talk
is.
about how important relationships are,
That's right.
That's just proof right there that you met one guy that could bring all this to you. Is there anything else that you're really excited about?
Yeah, we have started Woods Viking Beard Club, and it's gonna be a charitable club. We had our first meeting last Tuesday. We had over 20-something guys show up. We're gonna do some charities like hot mentoring for underprivileged children. Of course, the bearded guys will be working hand to hand with that. We also took on another charity called Cold Patrol, so the bearded guys will be helping with the homeless.
Okay.
Of course, growing beards and getting into the competition, just having like a elite group for bearded guys. So
There's
if you want to join, look us up.
Well, is there a certain place we could send people to that if you want to participate? Is there a website? Is there an email?
Absolutely.
How can people get involved with that?
Just hit us up on woodsviking1@gmail. And just let us know you want to be a part of it. That way we'll have your email and we can send you some information, the bylaws of the club, and when and where it's going to be taking place.
Okay.
And we also have one more thing. We have we're going to throw a summer party. It's going to be called Woods Viking Summer Throwdown.
Wow.
That's going to be on June the 18th at 2 o'clock at the Sportsman's Lodge off of Medical Center.
I threw a party there back in the 90s.
Might need some advice from you then before we do it.
Well, I like to throw parties.
But what we want to do there is we want to bring in all the local businesses that want to come and be sponsors there and show what they're doing locally here in Murfreesboro. We're going to have live music. We're going to have food. We're going to have a beard competition. We're going to have some free drinks there.
We're teaming up. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
We're teaming up with a local group of home brewers that brew craft beer, and they're talking to investors right now to open up another brewery here in town.
Really?
Within the next year or two, and we just had a meeting on Sunday to taste test their beer that they make. The guys are called Panther Creek Brews.
Okay.
And they're working on a batch of Woods Viking beer that will be ready for our June 18th event.
Really?
So,
Man, that is awesome.
So that's kind of fun stuff too.
Well, all we've talked about is beard products and T-shirts, but you guys don't just do beards.
No, sir.
So tell a guy like me, some people call me a Miva, but well, there's things that I could use even though I don't have a
Absolutely.
beard. So give me some stuff for the average
Talk about local.
GQ guy out there, like Sean White over there. What are some things that how could you attract a guy like that?
Well, we started carrying. Well, a lot of guys come in. They're like, "Oh man, we love what you get going on," but of course we don't grow beard. We're shaved. And I was like, "Well, we need to do something else." So me and Aaron got into, well, let's go with Woods Viking products. Let's make products for every guy, every situation. So we want to be beard, face, and hair. We want to have hair products too. So what we did, we have came up with our own organic shaving cream. You can get about 50 or 60 shaves out of this. You can actually buy the puck separate. You see the puck in the bowl there, or the nice wooden bowl as a set.
Sean, is that one I've got to lather
Yes,
up?
sir. You
the
have
old school?
Old school
Yep, the
leather.
brush.
That's why we have these shaving kits. These are made locally here in Murfreesboro by a guy named Shane Stokes. This set right here, this is amazing. This would last you a lifetime. You can actually hand that down.
Where do I get my razors from?
You can buy double-edged razors almost anywhere,
Okay.
just anywhere. They're still out there, and I don't think they're going anywhere. But we also have a pre-shave and after-shave products. All this stuff is chemical-free, organic. Like I said earlier, we talked about sensitive skin. This is going to cut back on razor burns. It's going to cut back on ingrown hairs, any kind of
Wrinkles? Wouldn't stop my wrinkles? Wouldn't stop the aging
I
process?
would absolutely bank that. I would say it is good for wrinkles.
Let's guarantee it. We guarantee you'll never get a wrinkle if
I don't know
you,
about
if you
that.
use this stuff. So did you talk about hair?
We are getting into the hair products. We haven't. We're still kind of like I'd say in the lab about that. We're still trying to come up with the best possible ingredients. Being an organic hair care is kind of hard because everything has gone chemical now.
Right.
And the reason that me and Aaron we want to go organic is because, for example, if you put product in your hair, like a gel or something, and you go to the gym and work out, before you know it, man, your head's broke out, or you're getting something. You're having a reaction to this chemical that you're putting on you. So, being barbers, we want to make a product that's totally good for you to use. So, because if we're going to sell it every day, we want stuff that.
What if somebody said, well, it can't be as good as some of that other stuff that has all the chemicals? Do you believe that? Or
Well, in a sense, and that it could be possible that a chemical-based product will do a little better characteristics of another. Because we go back in the day. Back when we didn't use a lot of chemical, everything was organic. Pomades are made out of wax, and
Right.
and products are made out of simple things. And then you go chemical route, so you can try to make it better. But is it better for you? That's the question.
Right.
We're gonna make a hair product that is just as good as chemical, but it is organic.
Now, when do you think? Is there any way you could say it's going to be ready by a certain date, or?
I would say probably going into the first of the year.
Okay.
Looks like, because we've got a lot of stuff going on, like with our event that we're planning in June. So that's going to get us kind of tied up until then. We've got some new products coming out. We got a new beard oil coming out called Woods Viking Black Beard. We also have a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner, good for your hair and your beard. And it's all organic.
Now, have you ever talked about cologne or anything, or is that something?
That is definitely something in the future, because that's what we want to do. We want to have a full product line that we can use behind the chair as barbers, or you can take to your home.
Okay, so if we were going to sum up what Woods Viking specializes in, it is beard treatments, beard oils, and it's going to get into other things, shaving, but it's really a natural product.
Natural
Is-
product.
Yep.
What else would you say is like the core beliefs behind Woods Viking?
Well, just crafted by barbers is huge. That's one of the things. I don't know if you've seen the big black Ford, the Woods Viking truck around town. If you see it, make sure you honk at him a bunch, because that's Sean's truck. But he's even got on the side of his truck, and it's, Woods Viking beard products crafted by barbers. I think that's the biggest thing. I know there's a few other people around the country doing some stuff as barbers, but I'm just a true believer. I'm not a salesman unless I believe in it. And if I'm using it every day in and day out, I can stand by it and say, hey, it works. I've used it on hundreds of guys.
To our audience, the people that are going to watch this, the best way you could help them is buy products. And it sounds like there's a product for every man out there.
Absolutely.
So I need to come over there and get my stuff. I've got this stuff.
You did the shaving cream it's hands down probably the best of the whole shaving products. I mean, we've had people, even barbers, say this stuff is amazing.
The lather is what really helps it out a lot. Like a lot of guys, they have to work hard for lather, and it's you don't have a lot of time to mess with it. So you add some hot water on a brush to our stuff. You can mix it up right in that wooden bowl right there, and you get a lot. You get a lot of shave. How many shaves do you think we got?
Probably about 50.
About 50 at least,
some shades,
with a good lather. So
we special every guy out there. For now, maybe one day you may have women. I don't know, but for now, every man out there has to shave. So there's probably a product here for everybody in our town, Murfreesboro, where you
Everybody.
could go up to shave, or you could go onto their site. And Brandon, can you hear me, kid? We're going to make sure we're putting all their information up here. So anybody out there, our call to action is let's use local people. Let's buy from people in Murfreesboro. So no matter what, there's something for you.
Absolutely.
So is there anything that I've left off that you guys would like to throw on here? Is there any questions that any of the thousands of people we have in the audience over there may have? Is there anything you've got?
Man, I just appreciate you having us on.
Man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This
Very much.
I don't think people understand how hard it is to come up with an idea and then make the idea work. And it's for somebody like me, I'm very passionate about building a following, a movement, and that's what you guys are doing. Everything is going to be Woods Viking, man. I think it's brilliant. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I
Thank you.
love what you're. I mean, I really am passionate. You can ask Sean. I mean, I want Good Time Tommy on everything. I want my mom to get a tattoo that says
Oh, I
Good
know.
Time Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
So,
She needs to.
So, I agree. I want y'all to get one too. So, guys,
You'll
please.
design your tattoo?
No, we're not going to do that.
I'll design tattoos for you.
But hey, everybody that watches this, please share this. We want to
Please.
highlight. We want to highlight people in Murfreesboro that are making a difference. And I got a feeling you're going to start seeing this over and over and over. So everybody, go to Shave Lounge. Is it Shave Barber Lounge?
Barber Lounge.
Shave Barber Lounge. It's right off the square. It's right on the square, or right off.
Right off the little side.
College, 130 North Church Street on the corner of College and Church.
Now, do you guys sell gift certificates or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep, we
So,
do.
okay, so do you sell them in certain denominations, or can I get $37.50?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we can just write up a little something.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you
All
need.
right. Well, guys, unless there's anything anyone would like to add to it, we're going to wrap up this segment of My Hometown, Our Boomtown with the boys from Woods Viking. We need somebody out there to build them a big old boat like the old
Yeah.
Vikings. Who can we
Longboat. Big longboat.
get? A big longboat. That's what we need. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great day.